Hello, hello, hello. Melon, hello. Pudsey, hi, how you doing? Adrentis, hello. Excuse me. Hey, Snowy Minion, Peaches, hello. How are you guys doing today? I wanted to... CRP Desco? Yeah, CRP round 2. Hey, Milk, hello. You get a haircut? Yeah, I got a haircut today. Things looked a little better, I guess, and just took advantage that the barber shop near me was pretty empty, so no issues with, you know, social distancing. Tash Leva, hello. Looks good, thank you, thank you. Lana, hey. Let's see. Just gonna wait a little bit till people are coming, and then... Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Let's not waste much time. So let's see. So yeah. So as the title says, today I'm building yet another Polaris. But I have a few things to unbox because I've been receiving some stuff this week and it's kind of exciting. So just gonna show you guys that, and then I was thinking maybe we should chat a little bit about some interest checks a bit. There are some recent ones that have been that caught my eye, and I was like, oh, those are kind of interesting. So talk about that. Some news also from my sponsors, some new products that we can talk about, and then we'll go right to the build. The build actually should be fairly quick. I did open the box before, and the gaskets were already placed, so it's going to be much faster without me having to place all the gaskets all over. Getting your cat milkshake today. Hopefully it's not as scuffed as the others I've seen on the net. Yeah, hopefully not. I've heard about the slight legend issues and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I guess cat is like a work in progress, right? It kind of feels like it, right? Like it kind of feels like it's like work in progress. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? So first, let's see. Okay, so this is one, and then I have a couple other things here. Let's start with this one. Solji, hello. So not sure if last time you guys were here, but if you guys were here and you paid attention to chat, Mr. Heinebush was in chat, and Mr. Heinebush said that he wanted to send something, and I thought it was a joke. But so he actually PM'd me sometime after the stream, and yeah, he sent something as a surprise. So I opened this just because I just wanted to make sure, but I'll show you guys. I haven't opened all of them. Yeah. So yeah, so he sent some tools. So there is there's a diagonal cutter. I actually haven't opened this. I mean, it's been packed like this, so I don't know. There's a Ouija screwdriver set, and another one. So it all came in different packages, so I put it all together. But there is the Phillips screwdrivers. There's a metric screwdrivers for hex, right? So in our community we use a lot of hex. So this one would come to use. And these ones, you know, for like ooh, why is the chat box not on? I know, sorry guys. Chat box is not showing up, my bad. But yeah, so yeah, we have screwdrivers. I'm gonna put these aside for now. I do have some screwdrivers. So, but he was very nice. And then Torx, I don't have Torx actually. I should probably get something Torx related. Oh, actually, I do have like I used to use the iFixit toolkit. So that one had Torx. So if I needed it badly, I can always go and get the bits for that. Yeah. So this one is a... These are needle nose pliers. So let's open these up. So from Kneepex, German company. So a German manufacturer, and some nice needle nose pliers. I actually needed something like this because I don't have nice needle nose pliers. I have some like bad, like cheap toolkit ones from like, you know, like the ones you get like in Home Depot or IKEA. I mean, they work, but they're just nicer because the finer tip. So this could be really useful. And then this is a 5-inch diagonal cutter. So, oh, there we go. So this would be useful for PCB work, clipping things. Germany, by Kneepex. Looks pretty good. Also didn't have a size like this. Like I have other things, right? So like I have flush cutters are pretty like dented now. I have I had some small needle nose pliers, but I can't find them now. Like I have my switch puller. I have like tweezers, among other things. But basically, these are actually new tools that I'll be using because they're helpful. I do like other kinds of electronics work too, so this will be very nice. I have a collection of hardware tools now as an unintended side effect of entering this hobby. Yeah, so, you know, a bunch of tools. This will all be very useful. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you if Mr. Heine Bush is around, but if not, I think he's not today. But you know, wanted to say my thanks to Heine for sending these tools, as well as the screwdrivers. I'll be using them really well, and like I really didn't expect him to do that. So it's such a nice gesture from him. You know, so yeah. Say thanks every 5 minutes until he shows up. Okay. That works. Alright. So there's that. And then the next thing I got is this box from Dixie Mech. So Dixie Mech is one of my sponsors. However, this is actually probably going to be 909, probably. So, but I haven't opened it, so I know that people have been talking about things in the group buy thread about GMK 909, about it having some kerning issues, font and kerning related issues. For the double shot process. So we'll see. We'll find out what that's about. Ooh. John. 909. Oh, what's this? Ooh, 909 sticker. So this is you might criticize me for this, but this is a Nord kit. So I actually bought a Nord kit for 909. Why? Because I like international layouts, and this was the best way to get everything all at once for a decent price. So I thought, hey, why not? And they look pretty good. So I guess one thing I noticed right away is the Euro sign here is different, so that's kind of odd, but maybe it's been like that the whole time, so that's okay. Like I'll just assume it's been like that. Actually, I don't mind that too much because I don't use the Euro sign. But want to see if the scroll key legend is curved? Yes. So let's actually open this guy. So I actually do want to open this. I don't want to. I'm not intending to keep this packed. I mean, I don't think it matters. So. Oh, it's packed a little bit. Okay, let me see. This is actually my first time unpacking a new GMK banderole. I say that because I have 808, but that one came already used, so it was already unpacked. So this is how these guys come in. So they come in trays, and as you can tell, they have a plastic wrapping around this too, like shrink wrap. So let's undo that as well. Don't want everything to like go everywhere. So. Okay, let's check this out. Okay. All right, so so first of all, GMK 909 R3 comes with centered legends. People call them Dixie mod sometimes, but 909 facing problems, right? So let's see that actually. So let's see. So the main culprits that they were talking about in the group buy thread were print here, scroll, and pause. So let's take a look. So, okay, so clearly the print legend does have a slightly... Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can, like, not do this and hold it at the same spot. Okay, there we go. Alright, so... Okay, so here, for the P, right, we can see that this P is slightly lower here. And this separation, this kerning is sort of whack. So between the P and the R, and then the R and the I. The int is fine. INT I think is normal. Scroll on the other hand, it's like this is all okay, and then it's sort of, look at the L's. The L's are like rolling forward. Looks like you got your ears lowered. Yes, I did. My head grew at the same time. Big brain. Because my brain is so big. And my forehead. as well. Okay, so yeah, the L's are the problem here. I think the rest, I've seen it before. Obviously, I don't want to compare it with the die subs because those are different. And the pause looks fine. So this is okay. People were complaining of this U being slightly thicker. But in my opinion, that's normal. Like this is not, like, you can't complain about this one. Can't complain about this one. These two though, yeah, like maybe worth mentioning. Which caps are these? This is GMK 9009 round 3. GMK 9009 round 3. It just shipped. It's just arriving to people in the United States. So these two keys are the only ones really that I see the issues with. So let's go and check the modifiers among other keys, okay? So I'm gonna... let's check the modifiers as well as other things. So... just gonna take out some keys here, like Control, Super, Alt, Control, Super, Alt, maybe like a caps lock and an Enter. I don't see any other issues. Let me see. No. Is GMK getting worse over time? I think it's not a problem of quality rather than, I mean, it's not a problem of worse or better. It's more so they're having scaling problems, I think. Hey, Snowy Minion, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Oof. Oh, okay, this one's a good one. Oh, whoa. What is going on? Okay, hold up. I need to show you guys this one. Let me see. Oh, okay. This one's kind of odd too. Okay, I'm being nitpicky. I'm being extra nitpicky just as a disclaimer. It's not criticism. It's just seeing what we got, and then I don't know if these issues are replicated in other people's sets the same way. It looks like Sprint and Scroll are, but I'm not sure about the rest. They're arbitrarily using older machines, which is causing these issues. Well, I don't know that. I don't think there's a valid evidence for that. What's this thing about 909? Oh, it's just about we're just checking the little keycaps here. Okay, so the first two that I wanted to talk about is that I just noticed right off the corner of my eye is this. Okay, it actually looks fine, but does it look any different? I mean, I don't know what it was, but like the insert on the left seemed like fuzzier. Maybe it's because of the color though. I think it might be a texture. I'm not sure. But I think at that point I'm just being very nitpicky. More bleed on the left. That's what I think too, but I think this is fine. It's a colored key, whatever. Okay. Moving forward. Just gonna check the random modifiers here. So Control, Super, and Alt look alright. Those look fine. So we can move those. Caps lock. Caps lock looks okay. The arrow looks equally thick. That's all good. Let's take out a shift as well. Shift. Oh, that's just a little dust on there. That looks okay too. That looks fine. So centered mods, right? That looks okay. Enter key. Okay, so they used to have issues with the straightness of this enter key, but it looks fine now, so that's good. Page up. No, that looks fine. Wait, actually, Any different? Page up from R1. Oh wait, top row, and then is that a scratch on my R1 key? What is that? Looks like a scratch. You guys see that? You guys see that scratch in the middle? I mean, for me, it's no big deal. I never will look at this ever again. As in, I never look at the keys when I'm typing on them. But, okay. Refund? Nah, I don't. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Escape keys. So we can talk about escape keys. A little bit of bleed on the colored ones, I think, but the legends look the same, so those look fine. But yeah, basically we're like looking at things in under the microscope, so to speak. So things look off, but I think it's like acceptable amounts of error. I think the only thing that I was kind of like iffy about was the print and the scroll keys for sure. The rest I think are okay. So the print and scroll keys are the only ones that have an issue, which is the P. So I'm gonna just move this away. It's just gonna be the P over here, the kerning here, and then just the L's over here. So I think those ones are the main ones to talk about. Warped space bars. Oh yeah, let's test that. So space bars. Check for spacebar straightness. Yes, I am. Okay. Okay, actually, well, I don't know. So how do I need a different GMK cap for this. Yo, Jerk Chicken, hello. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back for 7 months. What's up? How are you doing? Okay, so this is actually a previous round, I think. Spacebar. No, actually, that's a PVT spacebar. This is. No, yeah, this works. So let's look at this. Okay, so. So yeah, so the spacebar is slightly warped here. It's not a huge gap, but there clearly is a little bit like warping at the ends, I think. This is solvable with hot water though, I think. Yeah. I think this will be resolvable. So and then normal for air ABS, yeah. Okay, and I think the 6.25 here looks just fine. So this one looks straight, but this one isn't. Banana spacebars, here we go. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I mean, like, we can try it if you want, but I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, I mean, like, I could take off my spacebar here and try it on the MP here. Fresh haircut, thank you, thank you. That seems fine to me, so not an issue, I think. If I have any issues when I start using the set, I'll complain about it. Oh, as in, I'll complain to myself and just fix it. I'll be like, oh, it's not working, and then just take a tub, put some hot water in it. I usually use some stabilizers with it. So what I do is I take the space bar, put it in hot water, and then you bring it, like, you take it out, right? Like you're wearing gloves or something because it's really hot. and then you basically like place this like the stabilizer like on it. Like you basically like put the two stabilizer parts over here, like the full 7U stabilizer. You lie it flat on like a flat surface, like maybe it could be your floor, like a book or something, and then just put something heavier on top so it straightens out. So basically you want to make sure that the stabilizer is sitting straight though. But the stabilizer will at least keep the two ends like parallel. So that's something I do, for instance, to fix these kinds of problems. Anyway, cool. I think it's just the print and the scroll that people have been talking about that might be the issue. My tray seems to have come in normal shape, normal condition. So there's that. I'm gonna organize these later, actually. There's just too much going on. Nice haircut, looking sharp. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Petrov. Alright. Alright, let's keep on moving forward with this. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we have here. Alright, there we go. Where's my Sharpie? So, Alright, cool. I already opened this because of the excitement, but maybe you guys know what this might be. Ta-chon! So from Keycult. And obviously I already threw away what was on the inside, but I just wanted to show you basically like it came with a bunch of packing paper, and then there was this interesting paper and the Keycult card. Yeah, so let's take a look. So the paper is like basically the card engravings, the patterns, the all-seeing eye, the key logo, all that stuff. And then
contact or device do you want to call?
Sorry, my Alexa responded for some reason.
Which phone number? Contact
Alexa.
or device do you want to call?
Alexa, stop. Stop. Okay. Okay, so bad Alexa, I know. So mine did come with this little blemish. Unfortunate, but I don't care. It's fine. Oh. So yeah, Keycult premium mechanical keyboards. And on the other side, it says reveal. The blemish is a hint. Maybe. Maybe. Drop test? Anyway. And then this is what the card looks like. Well, that's interesting. I think I can see the characters. So, for those who don't know, you know, there's a cipher that's going on. So if you go to Keycult .com and then you go to their Discord server, you'll see that there is a cipher cult channel, and there pinned in the Discord channel will be a document relating to the cipher, and basically it's a puzzle series relating to these cards that were initially sent to the streamers, Apiary Keyboards and Teha Types. So I got a card myself as well. How I got a card is a secret. But I got a card in the mail one day, and this what arrived. Anyhow, there is a whole puzzle series around this, so I suggest if you're curious, maybe if you want to get a card like this, I do suggest you check it out. Yeah, Cipher Cult on the Discord server for Keycult. Anyhow, and yeah, Mr. Petrov alluded to it, but there are some characters that would glow like like such, but you know, there are characters that glow in the dark, and you can figure out the rest. Clipped? I don't think that was fast enough. I don't think you got anything out of it. Alright. And then next things to unbox, and the last two things are, I got a mail from Artkey and a mail from Alpha Keycaps. So I haven't opened these at all. I am very excited for these. So let's start with Alpha Keycaps actually. Okay. Ooh. John. And you remind me of a lot. You remind me a lot of one streamer, a keyboard streamer. Would it be because we're both Korean? We both we're both Korean. We both do keyboard streaming, and we also use Epidemic Sound with basically like, well, we actually both have different playlists, but we do overlap. What is a Teha Types? I don't know. So we have 3 caps, and who is that? Is it a typing test? Monka S. I wonder who it is. Ta-da! So I got 3 caps here. So this guy here is the Kipora on the top left. Is it's an Alpha Keycaps Bloodhound Kipora. So it should match. These two on the top should match GMK Dolch. And this one, the bottom, I won as well. Is yeah, Parisian Kipora. This is Dolce Salvador, Bloodhound, Kipora, and then Parisian Kipora. The Bloodhound is so nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Custom made. So these Zaid, these are part of the GMK Dolch R5 collab. So if you aren't aware, I'm gonna get the Dolch pack. So if you are not aware, I will be running GMK Dolch R5 in August with Project Keyboard and other people. And this is Dolch, right? So these should match. John. Pretty good match, I think. Pretty good match with the colors, right? Do you have to flex that though? Sure. Do you want to see the other side of the board? Yeah, here's the other side of the board. Ja-jan! Do you do the build yet? No, I have not done the build yet. The build is coming pretty much right after this. Calf pad. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll change this one here. Whoop. For the Salvador. It's kind of tight. There we go. Alright. So yes, I will be having, there will be more collab artisans for GMK Dolge R5, so stay tuned and on Keycap and Discord channels, there's in Project Keyboard, there's a Discord channel for GMK Dolge R5. I try to also put it in my own Discord, so there's several places where you can find all that info. And I'll be posting about those pretty regularly. Tay Mendez, hello. Alright, so the next package here. So this one I'm very excited about. So this package is a commission that I got from ArtKey. So a friend of mine in the community organized a commission with them. And so we got the commission, and then I believe this is from a raffle that I haven't had shipped for like a bit. I mean, no, actually this one hadn't been shipped, and then this one came with it because I won a raffle recently. So let's go with the raffle one first. I remember, I think you kept timing me out on Teja's stream because I was using caps lock. I didn't time you out. The bot timed you out on its own. So thank you. Drink some black coffee. And wait, why is this here? What? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Is this just the card? Oh, so they haven't shipped my other keycap. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Okay, so this is just the authentication card. So the actual keycap then is here. So now you know what this is. But as you can see, it's an Exmoor of the Taro exclusive colorway, and it comes with a little sticker. Scam. Whoa. Look at that. The ArtKey logo. It's like a resin cast case. Let's open it up. Whoa. Okay, so I think it's more like this. Wow, that's amazing. I like their series sculpt. Yeah, wow, this is amazing. So it has like a purple and blue like visor. Wow. If you look at it from the side, it's like an ink drop. Whoa. Oh man, that's so cool. The hose have look at that gradient. It goes from like a cyan to a yellow. Dang. This is amazing. It looks like a gem. Yeah, no, this is awesome. From the case all the way to the keycap. So we can take it off. I think the case just, yeah, it's just this. So that's how the case, what the case looks like. They just use like a silicone part. They just put it on the case. So just slot it in, and then they put a keycap, and then they close it up. Such fabulous quality. Yeah, no, this is really cool. So yeah, just to show you again one more time. Yep. Whoop. So that's the X-Mort in the Tar colorway. My bad. My bad. So yep, this was a commission. We waited a few months for this, so very excited to finally get it. Looks like chat is delayed maybe like a couple of seconds, but it's okay. Alright, so that does it for the unpacking, unboxing stuff. So let's just move forward with the build now, because it's already been like 40 minutes. I was gonna talk about other stuff, but I'll actually talk about it while I'm building. How about that? So we have a Polaris today. Still, that's a really nice Artisan. Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's gorgeous. I'm very, very happy with it. Do you happen to snag my muted Kipora this morning? There was a Kipora this morning? I didn't even know there was a Kipora this morning. Oh. Well, I didn't know. So no, the answer to that is no. I did not even know that there was a Kipora this morning. Unfortunate. I guess I missed it. Okay, so we have a E-White Polaris. The black weights. There's some missing bonbons. I'll provide some of them. So an E-White Polaris with a full polycarb plate. Yep, that's right. Which already has the gaskets on, so that's fabulous. There's a foam. That's the bottom piece foam, and then there's the PCB. You guys probably have seen this already before in other streams, so let's just get onto it right away. These are the shims and the other stuff. Probably gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like this was desoldered ones, so I can tell because obviously it's been used before. Okay, that's all I need probably. Is the foam really needed for a PC plate? Probably not, no. The foam is optional. So both of the foam pieces in the Polaris keyboard are fully optional. Like, you're supposed to mess around yourself to figure out what you prefer the most. Yeah, you're supposed to play around to figure it out. So actually, wait. Okay, there we go. Alright, so will you build with foam for the client? I'm just gonna confirm that again, but by default I will. Yes, I will. So yeah, let's just test this PCB first because it's been used before, so I don't know if it's already programmed. Whoa, that's bright as heck. Yeah. Okay, just waiting for VIA to open. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, it works. Okay. Okay, let's turn off the lighting actually. All off. And let's just change it to a few things that I prefer for now. Oops. Find my phone. And that's fine. That's not necessary. Caps lock. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So we want arrow keys in the HHKB like position. So up, left, right, down. And these can go. Alright. Page up, page down, home, and would it be fair to say having PCB cutouts is only relevant if you either use a flexible plate material or half plate, i.e. PCB cutouts with stiff plate aren't going to do anything to soften the feel? That's a good question. I would say it probably is most beneficial to use with a plate that's soft and easy to, like, that is flexible. But I do think it might have an effect of at least softening some of the downstroke, even if you use the harder plate, like a more rigid plate. I think it would still help. Probably more so marginally, yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's test this guy. Okay. So stiffer gives less benefit of a cutout. Yeah. So that's what I would think. Cause so, okay. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Off. All off. Weird. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I participated in the gasket 00 private buy, and so in what the heck? Okay, I was here. So in the gasket, maybe the cable is disconnecting slightly. Okay. So in the gasket 00 buy, like, I mean, the PCB by default also had like a flex cut thing in the middle. But I mean, I know some people got like okay, screw this. Just keep going. Some people got like steel plates, for instance, and like it works fine. I mean, people like it. I mean, it is stiffer, right? But it didn't mean that it was bad. It was still pretty bouncy because of the gasket mount design. So I feel like the PCB flex might help when you're mounting plus the plate combo is like synergistic with one another, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I do feel like if they synergize with each other, then you're maximizing the benefit. But if not, you still get some of it, and it might not. I mean, I don't think it's a trivial thing. Like, I don't think it's something that you just say, oh, I shouldn't do it because it's useless. I think it's fine to include it. But, I mean, it is a designer's choice in the end. So, it would be a matter of checking, like, with yourself as a designer, let's say, to whether you should, whether you want that, like, to, like, force it to everybody who is using the board. I mean, normally designers design things for themselves, and only for themselves, in the sense of, like, they design because it's something that they want to use. So yeah. The mounting system also reduces the benefit of the cutout on the PCB. I can't imagine a tray mount case will give a nice flex with a flex hut. So in fact, if for a tray mount case, right, because you have the tray mount points, like here, right, like it's like here, 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 right? Like for those, you won't even, like, the flex cut doesn't do anything at all. Like this would be held so, like, it's at so many different points that even if you had the flex cut, it just wouldn't budge, right? You're just pressing against, like, solid material, essentially, held by different points. So yeah, if you had a PCB like this in the tray mount, yeah, you won't benefit. But, like, you know, top mount, it still has, like, tabs, right? Like, the PCB is just floating there, right? So in that case, like, it could help. Gasket mount, of course, is the same thing, right? Like, it's kind of held uniform, like, you know, all around the edges, right? So in those cases, I would imagine it'll work fine. But yeah. Okay, so this, the gasketing is already done, so I'm just gonna put it aside. Okay. Weird flex, but okay. Hey, Obsidian, hello. Flex cuts on the PCB can do, like, flex on the plate. They can change the sound a little. No, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I could see that. I would say that pretty much anything that has like openings like this would change the sound automatically, right? Like any like openings will help sound to, you know, travel through those like tunnels essentially. So it would certainly change the sound. Okay, well, switches and stabs. So we're doing stabs first. I have a bunch of cherry today. Okay. Another Polaris, I know. When I was looking at the build log, I mean the queue for the builds that I have, I was like, wait a second. I didn't know that another Polaris was coming in, like before all the other stuff. And so yeah, here we are. Building yet another Polaris today. Did they build with creams to break them in and then unsolder, desolder, I guess, for you to build? I am not sure about the answer to that question. What I think is the case is that somebody else originally owned a Polaris and the client purchased a used board that was desoldered to like a kit form. Is my thought, because it came in like this, like it came in with a desoldered PCB with the plate already on, and I didn't really ask. I think that's kind of not my problem, you know. Yeah. Unless it's like a technical problem, like if it were to affect the usability of the board, then I would be concerned and ask. But otherwise, I try to not meddle with private affairs. Yeah. I'm not sure though. Can't wait to test out Wilba's thermal. The leaf spring plate. I know. So, you know how the leaf spring plate is also on the Keycult? I haven't tried that. I haven't tried a Keycult number 2 yet. So I actually don't know what leaf spring mount is like at all. Yeah, I had a couple of number 2s originally planned to come in, but I went on leave for a few months earlier this year, and yeah, those had to go somewhere else. Sinew, hello. But yes, thermal is pretty exciting. I think those are shipping along with the Rama U80 ones. So, but I think the thermal came first, so thermal should be shipping out sooner. Mod me lol, hello, what's up? How you doing? I should really get emotes for the channel, but I actually don't have creativity or like talent drawing, so I would have to ask somebody to do it for me. I actually don't know who to reach out to at the moment, so I'm not sure. And I also need to think about ideas, good ideas for emotes, if I did. Baby for the tube, hello. At the time, it was either thermal or Polaris for me, then joined thermal instead. No regrets. I actually did not join either the Polaris neither the thermal nor the Polaris. I was short on cash, basically. I basically just was short on cash, so I didn't enter. I got a Polaris later on. Before they blew up, actually, right before they had shipped, and I picked one up like right around retail price. Got my montage build and my Matrix 1.2 OG coming in tomorrow, so I'm doing pretty solid. LOL. That's nice. Montage? That's great. And the Matrix 1.2 OG. Poggies. That's great. Must be nice getting 2 very nice TKLs at the same time. Did you join the Heine TKL raffle? I did not. Vanilla, hello. How you doing today? 1.2 OG hot, yeah. Pretty nice board. I want one, but I've seen the listings out there, and they're kind of too expensive for my taste. Like someone was listing one at $1,000, and like someone was listing one at like $850. I was just like, I'm not feeling it. They were also not the colors I exactly wanted anyway, so just really didn't feel it at all. Yeah. Got mine from someone in the US. Nice. Just chilling. That's good. That's good. What's crazy is prior to the massive demand, they're only around 600-700. Yeah. So I actually got it for a bit less than that, technically. I mean, someone did, like someone was very nice about it. when I picked mine up, but yeah, I mean they kind of exploded so quickly. It's kind of ridiculous. But I mean, there's nothing bad to be said about the boards. I mean, this basically means that the board is just that good, right? It just attests to the quality of the board. So, what do 1.2 OGs go for now? I believe people are selling them for like $850-ish, $900-ish. There's been some other listings for like 1K, but they've been sitting. So I imagine the market is closer to like $800. Too much demand, yeah. Hoodrow is running a PCB, yeah, that's right. Really like mine, but wish it was GMK compatible. Yeah, so someone is doing a replacement PCB for it, Mr. Pedrov. Also, if you don't like your 1.2 OG, you can hook a brother up here. Mine's pink Winky. Yo, that's so nice. I actually want a pink. Like, I think the pink one is like one of the best colors on it. I think Matrix's pink is like one of the best pink anno that I've seen. I really like the pink on the Matrix 1.2. And also the 2.0 as well has a pretty nice pink. Building the proto when you can. Nice. Do you have any issues with your montage with switches hitting the bottom of the case and shorting? I did not. I mean, I could go and I would probably have to open up the case to see you if like anything shorted or like scratched, but I didn't have any issues with respect to the actual switches like shorting and causing the board to not function properly. I didn't have any of that. Singapore, hello, Toki. Typing on a pink 2.0 confirmed nice anno? Yeah, for sure. I really like their pink. 2.0 Type 2 cigarette lighter and all. Accurate description. It's pretty accurate. I actually don't like the 2.0 as much. It's just not. I think the aesthetic is just not for me. It's a little bit. It feels a little bit tacky for me. Like all the weights and the like the branding and I don't know. It's just everywhere. I don't know. It wasn't for me when I built one. It's a nice board though. I think it's a bit expensive for what I prefer. Do you usually hoard keyboards or do you sell your keyboards to get your next favorite? It depends. If I like the board a lot, then I just keep it. If I like it less, then I do sell it, you know. It depends. Also, like, you know, it depends on the day, like, you know, and month, I guess. Like, sometimes my budget's bigger, sometimes smaller. Sell sometimes, yeah. I was getting multiple key presses for A, Q, and B. A and Q sound to be in the same column, but B, I'm not sure. A would press 4 different keys. Well, that's pretty bad. So did you add like a piece of foam or something on the bottom? Like you could do that, and you would avoid it from shorting. Like even shelf liner, like a thin one layer of shelf liner would have helped, right? Are there keyboards that you regret selling? Let me go back on my list and see if I regret selling any keyboards. Not in particular, because I like the keyboards that I own currently. So I feel like if I sold anything, I don't miss it as much when I enjoy something else. I did enjoy my Noxer X60 quite a lot. My VEA was really nice too. Oh, okay. I do regret selling my Moon TKL. I really like the Moon TKL. The Moon TKL was something that I sold because I had no other choice. Yeah. Yeah. The Moon TKL is unique. The curves are super nice. The anodizing was actually really good. It was super heavy, very unique, very cool board. I think design-wise, really awesome board. Did regret selling that, but in retrospect, as to the Moon TKL, it was a colorway that I don't think I would have preferred to keep long term. It was a black top with the orange bottom, the carbon looking colorway. And so I liked it a lot, but I felt like I didn't want a black top keyboard as much back then, and I don't think I do in general. I actually prefer gray or silver to black if you go for like a neutral color. White is actually also very specific. You can only pair certain things with white and make it look good. So I actually prefer silver or gray over white. But that's also how I feel about black keyboards. I put some little washers used for stabs under the plate to give it an extra millimeter, and it's been fine since. Oh, that's good. Okay. I mean, it's good that silver great with anything OG. Yeah, so silver is great with beige, right? So I like beige quite a lot. So so yeah, silver goes best with beige. That's for sure. Gray is probably the most versatile color for anodizing. Yeah, Moon TKL is a great TKL, yeah, for sure. But the only issue with the Moon TKL was the whole daughter board / original PCB situation. But back then, like, actually, there were no Heining H87s until a bit later. So yeah. Oh, wish it had bump-on inserts. Oh yeah, that was a flaw of the design. It didn't have bump-on like entries, like inserts. Like it just lied flat on the desk. Actually, I do remember that now. Yeah, that was something that I didn't enjoy that as much. I do want bump-ons on the boards, just because I feel like if there's anything that's like remotely like hard, like a harder surface. I mean, like a harder you know, any object like sharp or hard, like I feel like if I put my board there by accident, it might like crush it and like dent the anode, like kind of like make a little divot on it. So I was like always scared of that. Sick at home? Oh no. Wait, why are you sick at home? What happened? Is it a cold or something you ate maybe? Hope you feel better. I think R2 fixes that. Oh, is there going to be an R2 for Moon TKL? I heard a little bit something like that. Something was like being teased, but I don't know if there's any more details beyond that. I've convinced myself that boards sound better without bump-ons. How verifiable of a claim is that? I kind of don't really buy it. Like, how much are you, like, what are you doing that makes a sound so different from bump-ons and no bump-ons? I feel like bump-ons, like, don't do anything, like, as to sound. Oh, Epsilon Keyboards, hello. I'm like a silent switch right now. You can only hear scratching noise when I speak. Oh my gosh, no. I hope you feel better soon. I've read Lord of the Flies. Pretty sure it was a happy ending. There's a lot in the middle though. I think there's a delay in chat right now, so I'm like... In increasing and making the pressure across the base more uniform against the desk mat. I see. So that's the argument against the bump-ons, I guess. Okay. I guess so, but I mean, it still is the same amount of force down in terms of gravity. Like, it still weighs the same. So the surface base, like, you know, the cross section is different for sure, where the force is being applied, but the net force is the same. Sorry, like physics speak. That's what the stack of 10 desk mats is for. I only have 5 desk mats. So wait, shift, enter, backspace, okay, space. Hi Lightning, sorry I haven't joined earlier. Always work time when you stream, not like Slack, like Cock and 10 Peaches. Oh gosh. I actually don't see Cock often on stream here. This is one of the few times that I do see him. I see him more in different streams, but I don't see him much here. So welcome, welcome guys. Y'all New Zealanders. It's working hours? Yeah, for sure. I mean, that makes sense. I also don't stream at a scheduled time. Because I don't have a schedule to kind of like, you know, like I don't have a fixed schedule for me to really work around. And also builds come in at random kind of different times, so yeah. So I pretty much just do it whenever I can. I don't think morning and afternoon break, so I don't take morning and afternoon break so I can have a 1 hour lunch. I see. What am I doing? I am currently lubing stabilizers. So right now what I have, like what I'm grabbing in my hand, on my left hand, is a stabilizer insert. So this is the little piece that goes into the stabilizer housing right here. It goes in like so, and so stabilizers are little plastic tools basically that help your longer keycaps to basically press uniformly across the length of the key. That's what I'm doing, like the bringer. And what I'm doing right now, the lubing part, is because these stabilizers are not seated, like they don't, like there's a space in between the moving parts, and so when the metallic wire over here hits the plastic housing, it rattles. So when you buy a keyboard off the shelf from like a store or something, like a retailer, a lot of the keyboards from there, they tend to not be lubricated for the stabilizers, and so you'll face rattle. People, I mean, enthusiasts like ourselves, we don't like that rattle, so we lube our stabs, our stabilizers, in order to avoid it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 90 gram springs sold out on TX keyboards. Wow. 90 gram springs. That's so heavy. I pretty much only stick to between like 60 and 68 maybe is my peak. Maybe like 70 is my peak. And then beyond that, I don't like it. It's not that I can't, I don't like it. Just the springs are in stock with lube deck sold out. Oh, wow. Hey, Ninewalker, thank you so much for the tier 17. Welcome back for 2 months. Thank you. Prongle! Yo, Prongles is the cutest cat. Hey, Beery. Hey, Beery's cat. Prongles princess. She's a cutie. Is that a CRP set on the above board? That is correct. It is a CRP Desco key set. 205 for the stab housing and dielectric grease for the arm, okay? Yes, that is okay. I personally just do 205 for everything, because that is my preference. Oh, penguin droppings. Hello. Whoa, is this like, am I basically making up for Apiary's absence due to her move? Actually, I mean, I don't think it's her scheduled day today, right? So not really. But yeah, protein shakes. Hello, hello. How are you doing? We'll see if she even survives a move. Yeah, I've been talking to Ono about it. He seems exhausted. Got CRP Tulip for my brother's build. Had to do some convincing that it is better than GMK Red Samurai. Both are good, but TBT is nice, pretty nice. So I'm glad that you got him that. And Tulip looks like very clean, right? I think it's a very clean aesthetic. I'm using H1 switches with stock springs in the spacebar and swap for 68 gram TX for the alphas. 10 gram difference is huge. Oh yeah, for sure. 10 gram difference in the bottom out is pretty large. I found you? Oh, Miss Macberto. Nerds. Hello, hello, fellow nerd. I found you on Teha Type's self-promo channel if that's something you were wondering. Oh, that's alright. I mean, I post there like every time anyway. In case you were wondering. I also am a moderator in the Teha Types Discord. So the mods are all here, GG. All flocking together. Y'all should have flown to Utah to help Apiary move. Bad mods. Bad mods. Just kidding. See, this is yeah, I don't even have any mods. Oh, I mean, technically Zombumon is a mod, but I don't think he's here today. It's kind of late for him, actually, so he's probably sleeping. But I only made him a mod just because he wanted to have fun being a mod. She's sick. I don't want to catch that Apiary virus. Oh, no. Hey, Zach, what's up, man? Beep boop. Hello, hello. Gotta be careful nowadays. I mean, you guys sure have been paying attention. If you haven't, well, a lot of states have had record-breaking rises in new COVID-19 cases. So, yeah, wear a mask. You know, have good self-hygiene, and yeah, social distancing. We can fix that by not testing anymore. Oh my god. Yes, we are still on the first wave. That is correct. Number will stop if we stop testing. I know. Guess what? If you have a number n and you don't add any other number to it, then n will equal to n. Math. Seems like After Effects is so fickle. I was animating an animation of an icosahedron, and then when I was making the mask, the whole thing got whack. Feels okay. It sounds like pretty much every other like rendering process though. I feel like every other rendering software is really whack. It also depends on your machine, but even if your machine's good, it can be bad. What's my full-time job? I'm a graduate student. So I'm a researcher. I haven't really stepped outside of Queens, New York. I'm gonna just stay indoors. Yeah. Queens, though, pretty nice. I mean, I live on the exact opposite side of the city, so I mean, relative to you. What am I researching? A lot of different things, but we do imaging. We develop imaging techniques for tissue studies. And we collaborate with surgeons and build devices for them. We do medical procedures, and we research techniques and algorithms for imaging. How are the rats? I deal with 0 rats. I have no rat or mouse model experiments. Which is really nice, actually. It's one of the nicest things. Alright, stamps are sort of done. We might touch them up again later. MRI is the best, yes or no? No. Okay, so it depends. It's slow, it's very powerful, but it's slow and expensive. If it is slow and expensive, you cannot use it for real-time procedures. If it's slow and expensive, you will have limited supply, meaning that you cannot use it everywhere. How are the rats? Oh, I'm talking about New York, not my studies. Oh, my bad. Someone was asking me about science. Rats and science, right? G. Okay. I actually need to. Alright. Gonna open up the Polaris guide actually, just because I want to make sure that the next step I'm doing right. Don't forget the plate film this time. I won't. Actually, I fixed that really quickly. It took me like 40 minutes to fix that. 30 minutes? Yeah. Let's see. Building the Polaris. Okay, the shims go on top, I think. Right. Shims go on top. Quick red Gateron ink sound test. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'll just do the sound test at the end if you don't mind. If you don't mind waiting for a bit. I mean, I can just like do like this. something like that. Oh wait, the board on the set is not Arabic. It's Desco. Sorry, I forgot to fix that. CRP. They're mounted to have aluminum plates and CRP Desco. There we go. I updated that. Are you excited for DCS Ping Master? I want to do a modern Alps build because of the keyset. I like the concept, but I don't think I will be purchasing it. Yeah. I do like the idea of it though. I think more DCS Alps sets should exist because Alps is, like, compatibility for Alps is not very good. And DCS is a very good alternative option to support it. Like DCS Alpine Winter exists at one point, and then there's like other people who have done like interest checks for other sets, but beyond that it hasn't gone much further. And so I personally think that if DCS Alps Ping Master is successful, it'll be a good thing. I hope that it renews interest in Alps for a lot of people, because Alps has great clicky and tactile switches that are very different from their Topre or MX counterparts. Oh, actually, very different from buckling spring as well. Alpha Kilo 23 saw from your Discord sponsor announcements that NK restocked some inks that I actually missed. Do you have a preference between GAD black inks versus alpacas? Aha. So I actually prefer alpacas for the one reason that alpacas come with spring weight that I like. Secondly, they're about the same price. So at that point I don't mind so much. I actually have not tried too many alpaca switch boards to tell you like which like sound I prefer. However, I would say that alpacas do sound pretty nice. I'm not sure if I like inks better for sound or alpacas better for sound. But feel wise, they're both extremely smooth, so they're really nice. The pic Krellit posted of the Frostwitch Tokipi caps is very beautiful. Definitely uplifted my day a bit. Oh yeah, those look so good. Except Urban Lime, I unfortunately did not purchase Tokipi caps on the first come first serve for the Frostwitch because I actually missed it completely. Well, I missed the first come first serve part completely. I thought it was going to be a raffled like caps or something like that, but yeah, no, missed it. I remember you pinged me about it and take a server about it after I said I got a dark one. Yeah, exactly. I wanted the dark one, but didn't get it, so it's okay though. They look very nice. Plate for this build, it's a polycarb plate review for the tube. It's a full polycarb plate. Awesome, PC plate, very nice. Yeah, we'll see how it sounds. I know that NK creams are kind of clacky, and I feel like the polycarb plate might exacerbate that a little more. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what to expect right now. I mean, I feel like the foam might help dampen that a lot though. So we'll see. Gotta be a flexy boy. I'm not sure if super flexy. I think it's gonna be a little bit flexy, but not super crazy. Yeah, because I used the palm plate in my Polaris, and it was a little flexy, but I think full plates tend to not cause the flex go so like like go from like 0 to 100. I think half plates really make a huge difference for that, especially with this like cut. Okay, spacebar. I got FR4 in my Polaris when I tried it without the top foam and bottom foam. It was pretty flexy, boy. Oh, I see. Yeah, I was asked to use the foam, so today we will be using the foam. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it turns out. What turns out from this. PC plate config, my PC half plate config flexes so much that you can hear the pins hit the bottom of the case without the case foam installed. Whoa, that's wow. That's oh, only when you press down real hard. Oh, okay, and if that's the case, then I don't think it's like that's not too bad. I feel like, yeah, of course, if you press really hard, something will bend and hit. But yeah, otherwise, you know. Try this plate. I should put the foam in after trying it without it. I see. I'm feeling a little stiff here. Alright, let's try some switches on this. Huh. What? Wait, what? What is this? Why did someone clip the legs on this switch here? Someone clip the legs, the PCB mount legs. I don't like that. I'm gonna use the ones that do have them. Okay. Maybe that was an accident. Or maybe they needed plate mounts for that. It's all fun and games until you have a crooked shift. Yeah, that's exactly right. Speaking of plate mount switches, I tried building my Viper with a poly half plate and Vint Blacks. That was a nightmare. Why do you even start trying, Toki? Why do you even start that build with plate mount switches? You got it after hours of fixing? Oh my god. I'm Armageddon. It doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like fun at all. That just sounds horrible. Yeah, that's exactly right. That just sounds like a terrible idea. My OCD would kill me? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be very irritated with that. Very, very much so. Straight up asking for a bad time. I wanted to do it just so I can say I did it. Okay, I see. I'm not that kind of person. I don't like bringing trouble to myself for no good reason. I'm leaving the play foam out for now just to check the stabs first. I'm gonna put the stabs in later. I mean the foam in later. I'm not forgetting this time. Yo, Spacey, quick question. Saw that those stabs have some dampeners. Is that part of the stabs or the PCB? Okay, so these guys over here, they're little washers that go between the screw and the PCB in order to insulate it electrically. So that's so that the screw doesn't conduct electricity. Because like maybe if the screw is touching one of the pads on the PCB, it could conduct. And then maybe like, you know, somewhere else there's a screw like that, it'll short things around. So not good. So you use these to insulate it electrically. As for these little shims, these are included in the Polaris kit, but these are because, so the Polaris, the PCB thickness is 1.2 millimeters. The standard PCB thickness for pretty much most keyboards is 1.6 millimeters. So these shims exist to, like, between the stab bottom part and the PCB in order to basically add that little bit of extra room so it doesn't wiggle so much once it's all put in. Because otherwise, it'll like clip in, but it will have a lot of wiggle room due to the bottom part not really like hitting the PCB. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. Oh, they're shims. Sorry, I'm new to keyboard hobby. No problem. I mean, I like to stream because I like to teach people like what things are, like what I'm doing and stuff. Like it's part of the fun, right? Like I feel like building by myself, I will do it very quickly. But like building is fun. Like that was the first appeal I had for the hobby. Like that was the #1 thing I wanted to do. But then the next thing was for me like, okay, you know, like if I know how to build and I learn something new, like why should I not share it with other people? But yeah, welcome. He teaches without making you feel like shit. Do other people teach and make you feel like shit, Penguin? Is that what has happened to you before? Who are you referring to? I wonder. Right. That's what I'm named after. Shit. I see. Droppings. I might touch up these stabs a little bit, actually. Okay. So no rattle, but doesn't feel like enough. Just gonna touch it up slightly. Do you own any Topre? I do. I love Topre. Actually, Topre was my first love in the community. I went to a meetup for the first time 3.5 years ago. To be exact, I went to my first meetup 3 years, 6 months, and 22 days ago. About. Not counting like leap years. It was fun. And the #1 thing I really loved there was Topre, lubed Topre. I bought an HHKB and a Nova Touch the same day. that I left the meetup. Because I just loved it so much. I was like, this is like a rubber dome, but it's amazing. It feels so good. So yes, I do have plenty of topper. I have a Real Force. I have like 3 HHKBs. And yeah. So I was going to touch up the stabs just a bit because one side was not great. Well, it was not bad, it was just not as good. Not as uniform, rather. So that's the right side of this one. The Polaris Spacebar stab. Wait, hold on. Yonin, what lube do you prefer for topper? Recently, I prefer Tribosys 3203 or 3204. Either is good. A long time ago, I used to use EK Elite Keyboards Mech Lube 2, as well as Krytox Thin Mix formula. But since those are unavailable now, and also those are not as good as Tribosys, nowadays I actually prefer using Tribosys over any other lubes for topper. I think using Tribosys and silencing rings, like I like the Silence X from KBDfans. I like desk keys, number 3s, number 4s are really good, and so those really do the job for me. Yeah. And then the Polaris Spacebar made me desolder and resolder my Polaris twice. I mean, I think, yeah, Spacebar stabs are the trickiest. The longer the key, the harder it is to get it right. Because the tolerances for stabs are actually off in general. And basically, small errors can lead to large variations. Okay, this time I'm not forgetting the foam. I think I'm gonna have to be more careful about this one. Why is this like this? Oh, it needs to like stretch. Okay, that's kind of annoying. It seems to be a consensus. Would 205G0 be overkill? Yes. 205G0 is overkill for topper. Tolerance in terms of how tight to screw in the stabs. So several aspects. I'll show you in just a second. So what I'm talking about in terms of tolerances, right? So I'm just gonna assemble this sample, like this stab here. So what happened and what people were saying about Cherry retooling, quote unquote, their stabilizers, it was that basically, yeah, hold up, I'll show you. I need to assemble this first for me to show you. And also, I'm gonna ban you, Dark Wizard. So rude. What are you calling B grade? But I mean, no, I'm not the same as Nathan. Nathan's a friend anyway, so anyway. So I know. I'm just joking too. So what happened with stabs, right? So cherry stabs was that, okay, so You guys see this opening right here? The horizontal opening? Like, so where's my little thingy? Okay. So like this horizontal opening here, like this opening used to be wider in older cherry stabs. And recently, maybe like a year and a half ago maybe or so, they seem to have revised them a little bit, and this made the tolerances tighter here, so it's actually like kind of more close to each other now. So because this entry is narrow, right, the wire has to go in and then through this insert, come on, focus, through this bottom part here, right? Like this bottom part, that's where the wire goes, and it's like you know, it shoots up here in the back, right? But because this got narrower, what happened was that I don't think they revised the way they bend their wires and the length of them and whatnot. So basically, like this L bend over here and the length of this part here and the horizontal length here, I don't think they revised that while they were doing these changes to the plastic parts of the stabilizer. And so I think what happened was that with the longer keys now, right? So like in 2U, a small difference in horizontal distance will not affect this so much, this assembly. Like even if it were like slightly closer or slightly further away. But in the long key, like in a Spacebar, right, you will start seeing the effect more prominently, because for every small like displacement here, you have to correct it even more finely on the length of the longer wire. And so if they didn't correct for the wire, then this, you know, it basically caused the wire to get caught up in the housing. So like you feel like it's like rubbing the wall, the inner wall. Like you feel like it's rubbing like this part over here or like this part over here, but on the inside. So I actually, when I do stabilizer, especially the long ones, I tend to be a little bit, I put a little bit more lube inside of the wire, like basically like on the wire tip part here. So like I'll put more lube like on this part here, and I'll put like lube on this like bend part here, because these parts are the ones most likely to touch. So yeah, so that's what I do for screw-ins, and actually, well, for pretty much any stab. So yeah, that's my explanation for it. My hypothesis, I guess. But yeah. So Durocs are obviously made by other people, so they have different different dimensions. So yeah, it'll vary. I dipped my entire wire in 205 easy. You could. That wouldn't be a problem. You just need to wipe it off, like kind of like spread it like it's butter. You just gotta spread it right. Dip wire in dielectric, that works too. That works too. Yeah, so if you're using dielectric, dielectric tends to be pretty viscous. So dielectric can help pretty quite a bit. I like 205G0 just because it's a little bit more consistent in the application. It feels more uniform. Dielectric versus 205G0 for stabs. I prefer I pretty much only use 205 now. I pretty much do not use dielectric anymore. first time I got an explanation why cherry stab has become inferior to Durox. Yeah, so it's because of those little changes. I mean, they're not big changes, but it's enough changes that could cause problems. So it might cause a problem. It's not a will definitely cause a problem. Oh, another thing that I do advise people who have issues with stabs, especially screw-in stabs, doesn't matter which kind of stab, C3, Durox, Zeal, Cherry, doesn't matter. When you're tightening the screws, I pretty much only do it up till the point of like nominal resistance. So like I'm turning it with my fingers, and as soon as I hit that finger tight feeling, I stop. I leave it right there. So in fact, like when I wiggle the stab a little bit, it does have like very slight wiggle to it. Because when you actually put a keycap on, it's never really gonna wiggle horizontally like this. You're never really touching the key so it horizontally moves like that. But if the wire does have like a problem of like going up and down, or it's like rubbing something, so it's like pushing things around a little bit on the horizontal side, giving it that little bit of like wiggle room will help you basically not have it feel like it's like too tight, right? Yeah. What's the benefit of breaking them in before loop? Oh yeah, for creams, yeah, I do suggest breaking in your switches a bit. I'm so sleepy, send help. So I guess I'm boring. It's okay, just go to sleep. You don't have to watch me. Toki. Singapore. Pre-tooled GMK? No, retooled GMK. How do they feel? They feel alright. There are just ways to work around it, and just being careful around how you do your stabs. That's my opinion of it. You just need to be mindful of how you apply your lube. Not over tighten your screws. Yep. Usually you have crip on, but you got 6k channel points. That's quite a lot. Yeah, it might be against TOS for streamers to fall asleep, but viewers are okay to fall asleep with streamers on. Should you get additional stabs if you already have Durox and Zeals? Probably not. Serious question, bottom mount ever good? Yeah. It's different from top mount, and I don't think it's bad. Let's see, I'm trying to catch up. Lubing cream or blueberry similar to any other switches where you open them and lube them like cherry mix? Yes, it's the same process. Crispy's tofu. The exact same process. I heard the retool are scratchy. They can be scratchy, yes. It's not a false statement. I explained earlier why, but basically it's a tolerance issue that can present itself if you are unlucky, and it seems like that's happening to more people. So it's become more noticeable over time. But I think it's within the error margin of manufacturing and probably poor design choices in revising the stabs. I think they just basically screwed it up, but blame Cherry for that, and they probably don't care, so yeah. How do you feel about Frank switches? So you mean like Frankenstein switches, like combining switch parts? I'm okay with it, as long as it feels good. Do I like the moss? Oh wait, is this something new? Then I don't know. If it's an actual switch that I should know about, then I do not know. You were browsing RMM and saw you rip into a guy selling a Polaris polycarb half plate. Yeah, so about that actually, someone was selling. So I, okay, well, if you know who I am on Reddit, you can probably find me. Like it's Lightning XI, but like, so someone was selling a Polaris like polycarb plate, polycarb half plate, I think, with what was it? With the gaskets for $150. A plate for $150. Okay. I think with like, I think even with like Keycult, you're not paying more than like $35 or whatever for a half plate. I don't know. You can look it up. There, it should just look for like Polaris half plate, or go to my profile, and in the comment section there should be a comment that has gotten like a decent number of votes. But I was just like, what? So I commented on it, and he was like, oh well, but I saw that someone else sold a Polaris like PCB in plate for 170, so I thought it would be fine to price it this way, and put or best offer. And I was like, well, even if you put or best offer, it doesn't seem reasonable at all, right? I mean, I think others have mentioned it, but or best, like the OBO, like or best offer, like model for mech market, it's kind of like reverse auctioning things, like, because you can basically price things really, really high and then decrease the price each time, right? You can bump it down. But basically, you're encouraging people to offer high enough to buy, but they also don't know, you don't know who's offering what as a buyer. So it's essentially like a reverse auction, where many buyers participate in a seller's, like, you know, listing for some desirable item, encouraging them to offer a lot, but if the seller sets the ceiling price really high, then buyers will feel compelled to match. And if there are enough buyers, then it means that the chance of one of them purchasing the item for an exorbitantly high price is quite likely. I'm not saying the problem is mech market itself. I'm also saying that the problem is people like ourselves who feel like we just need something here and now, right? It's like instant gratification, along with obviously the current state of supply and demand. Polaris PCBs are expensive aftermarket, apparently. My favorite switch is probably I like Topra a lot, but for MX I would say a smooth MX brown, a smooth MX black is pretty good. I do have, I have, as of recently, I've really enjoyed what alpacas and H1 switches are like, Gateron inks as well. But I mean, a smooth linear, like I feel like there are just so many variants now that it's so super easy to pick one and kind of go along with it. Creams are a little bit clacky for me actually. I'm not super keen on NK Novelty's cream switches, but I still do like them because they're extremely smooth once you break them in and you lube them. So JWK Taser Rainbow. Yeah, exactly. JWK Taser Rainbow. That's basically what's happening in the hobby right now, right? Like everyone and their grandma is making their own JWK switch in their favorite colorway. I used to lowball way below asking, and people in the fashion community take it sometimes, but supply and demand, it makes it different. I mean, yeah, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say about like what's happening on mech market, right? Like it's like because they like bidding is not allowed on mech market. That's one of the rules. Like no silent bidding, like that kind of stuff. But the issue is like you still can put like or best offer on your posts, and when you do that, it basically means you have the freedom to set a price really high. Yeah, and if the market is big enough, then it's going to encourage people to bid that much. And also things happen in PMs, so you never know what's happening behind the scenes either. Oh, it is Win Keyless, that is correct. You're right. It is Win Keyless. Got distracted, my bad. Thank you. I just feel bad that the current aftermarket price for Polaris has twisted the original intention of AIO3. It was meant to be an affordable way to get people, to get people into custom keyboards. Yes, that is correct. I do feel bad for him as well. Or I do feel bad that the situation has led to this. It's just unfortunate. What is my macro pad on the top left? It is a Rama M6A Collector's Edition. A lot of the KBDfans stuff should be affordable, but aftermarket is going crazy. So you guys should note, however, I came into the community in 2016, around like in the late part of 2016. I started lurking earlier than that. Since then, mech market has grown 10 times in size. 10 times. Like if there were 10,000 people back then, we have 100,000 people now. That's how much it's grown. Rama what? M6A. M6A. Oh, I'll write it down. M6-A. But yeah. The community has grown 10 times since late 2016. Late 2016. So it's been like basically like there's a power scale going on here. It's following some power law. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Alright, so alright. I am EU, I forgot. No worries. It's like 313 for me. Dang, that is nutty. We have quite a few viewers today. Oh yeah, I should announce. So I do have I should update that command, but basically I have an Instagram profile now where I will be posting a lot of old photos at the moment. Like I still haven't caught up with the photos, but I started from yesterday. But I have an Instagram now. So it's Instagram at lightning, / lightning keyboards. Lightning keyboards. You can find me there too. Let's make a command called !Instagram. And I'll just post follow Lightning's photos on Insta, or check out Lightning's photos on Insta. Yes, I have an Instagram now. Okay, I think the command should work. Instagram. Okay, that works now. Okay, cool. So you guys can follow there. But have I seen what's going on with 909 Spacebars? Yes, we were talking about 909 earlier. Print and scroll do look a bit off, but the rest was kind of within tolerance, so it was fine for me. The spacebar was slightly warped, but it was pretty much nothing that you cannot fix. You have the cherry keycap sets that are releasing a novel case. I do not. I don't have any prototypes for those. Alrighty, so I'm just double checking. Okay, let's keep going. Is 909 Enjoy made? There is a GMK set as well as an Enjoy PBT set. Damn, you have a floodlight for my desk? Yeah, gotta light it up here. Pretty much every streamer that works indoors a lot will have pretty big lights, because for streaming you actually need quite a bit of lighting to have it, like, for you to actually be able to see. The smoke absorber looks like one. Yes, so this is smoke absorber. Okay, so as we solder, we can talk about stuff. I did want to talk about a few things. I wish GMK dialed back on how many sets they undertake and just focus more on the quality. Yeah, they're a business though, so. I did want to say, right now on novel keys, the WT60D Kate, or WT60C, I think, Kate, PCB is out. So this is a Wilba Tech PCB that has per key RGB on top. It is fixed to a Sangan layout, a 7U spacebar layout, and it's solderable. Yeah, it has a per key RGB. It's USB-C, so it's compatible also with a lot of tray mounts. So you can actually get one of these for tray mounts you might have. But yeah, so they have WT60 PCBs now on novelties. I think you can probably use my promo code Thunder on checkout to get 5% off. So you could save yourself a little bit of cash there. That said, yes, as Nerontor said, Cat Milkshake is restocking. Has extras tomorrow. So I believe. Let me check the time for that. Actually, the time for extras tomorrow should be at Cat Milkshake tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. 12 p.m. Eastern. So at noon Eastern, you'll have Cat Milkshake extras going live. Anoyo, do you think the WT60C will fit inside a Polaris? It will. It probably does not, no, because the Polaris is a 1.2 millimeter PCB, and WT60 is a regular. You actually, if you go to the product page actually for the WT60, you actually have, there's an FAQ there about like compatibility and other things, so you should check that out. You should read that before asking some of the questions, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the questions are answered there. Do you know any macro pads that are in EU right now? Oh, I actually am not sure, but if you could maybe try checking on mykeyboard.eu or on Candy Keys, but they're the two vendors that I know that could carry something like that. I'm not sure if they do though. Okay, so WT60 is one thing, but yeah, let's just go over our regular sponsors today. So this stream is sponsored by Dixie Mech. So you can head over to dixiemech.com/lightning to access the store, and any purchase that you make through Dixie Mech will provide a small kickback to support my work. But more importantly, GMK Modern Dolch Round 2 is still live on Dixie Mech. So do check that out. They also have Rama keycaps for Modern Dolch, as well as desk mats. So there's more than just the Modern Dolch key set. Pretty popular already. So if you don't want to miss out a second time, if you were around for the first time and you missed out then you know, make sure to get a set. We already talked about Novelties, but Novelties has the WT60C Kate PCB from Wilba in stock now. You can purchase that for I think $70 plus shipping. There have been a few restocks for like stabilizers and switches, so just check their stock to see what they have. You can use the promo code Thunder for all in-stock items, and it gives you 5% off your total checkout quantity, and it supports my work as well. On Novelties also, however, there are several group buys currently running at the same time. Two of them are GMK sets. There's going to be GMK Midnight Rainbow by Jay from Top Class, Jay Esoteric, as well as GMK Boneyard, which is GMK Carbon Boneyard, really, by Tom Berry. So one of them is a black base key set with a lot of colors, like a rainbow, and the other is a gray and ivory toned key set that first came out with Carbon R2, but is now back in its own designation as a base kit. So do check out GMK Boneyard. Obviously, there's also other proxies from which you can buy if you're in different regions. There is also Cam Ghost on group buy at Novelties. So if you're into the cam profile, like a spherical profile, with uniform as well, cam might be for you. Ghost is there. There are also desk mats associated with all of these keysets that I just mentioned, so do check out Novelties for all these accessories. Next up, we have Mint Autumn LLC. So Mint Autumn is a sponsor of Lightning Keyboards. However, they're currently in production for the Rukia Round 2. It's already, the group buy has closed a while ago. There's not much going on in Mint Autumn's store on mintautumn.com. However, you can sign up for the Discord server or for the newsletter because Mint Autumn is currently working on polyethylene, like the ultra high molecular weight polyethylene plastic cases and made it of that plastic. They're going to start with a TK layout as well as the typical Alice layout. So some exciting stuff coming to them. So yeah, if you want to check out new work in keyboards in plastic, Mint Autumn is working on something very exciting. Next up, is that a montage? No, it is not. It is an LZM key. Next up, we have Prime Keyboard. So Prime Keyboard, you can go to primekb.com/lightning, and Prime KB normally has T1s, alpacas, Durox stabilizers, etc. Prime E's, duck sidewinders on sale, but for sale. But they are expecting restocks for some of these later in the summer, so probably in July. They said it was going to be in stock before, but there's been delays with shipments coming from abroad, so that's probably why. You should sign up for their newsletter, either Instagram or get to their Discord to get more information, as well as the email newsletter. On primekb.com, you're actually also going to find the Inert G desk pads. So there are these two designs for desk pads on group buy right now. So if you're looking for desk pads, there's two pretty cool like geometric designs over there on Prime KB. And our last sponsor is Project Keyboard. So head over to projectkeyboard.com. And there is an affiliate link for that. I believe it's, if you type exclamation sponsors, you should be able to access it. But Project Keyboard actually is currently having the Elongate keyboard on group buy. So actually, if you're curious about the Elongate, so here's I'm on the Project Keyboard website. So it went on for group buy today. It's a mini 1800 layout keyboard, pretty interesting, designed by Mr. Keebs or F. Cowrie. Yeah, so he designed the Elongate. It's currently on group buy for $350. Yeah, it's a 7-degree angle top mount with a brass mid layer and a curved diffuser. VIA compatible, includes carrying case. So it has a dedicated arrow cluster, a separated spacebar segment here, and as well as like a numpad like section. So very unique layout. I personally am not one for 40s or any like, or in general like small form factor. I don't type on too many of them, but this one seems actually pretty interesting. You could actually do a lot of pretty fun things with this one. Anyway, so it comes in black, blue, plum, so like a bingsu color, rose gold, and polycarb. And yeah, that's on Project Keyboard. Sorry about that if it was loud. No one else said it, I think. Okay, apologies if it was too loud. Am I done soldering? Yeah, I'm done soldering. Let's test it. Oh, it just came from another chat. I see. I see. You put the gaskets on the plate this time? Yeah, so this time the plate already had the gaskets on, actually. It came with the gaskets already on. Oops, I mismapped that one, so I'll remap that. Wait, why is it doing that? That's kind of weird. Oh, I see. Nice, okay. Alrighty. It seems to be fine, but I want to remap one of the keys because I missed that one to should be down. Okay. And yeah, so I would have put it on the board instead for sure. Test matrix? Yeah, I could have done that too. Alright, let's put it into the case. So this uses did I finally tell you? Oh wait, did I tell you that you finally found the Matrix 1.2 OG? I think you commented on YouTube review for the tube. I think you commented about that in one of the videos. It's great. Congrats. Congrats. I hope you don't pay too much for it, but I hope it's the color that you want and the one that you like. You know, hopefully it's something that's like perfect for you. I know that a lot of people have been looking for 1.2 OGs these days. You didn't? It was a beautiful even trade. Wow. Well, that's awesome. That's even better. Anyway, I know you're planning on getting my Polaris Cerakoted, but I put my gaskets on the case. I need to find something to replace the gaskets with. Yeah, that. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, if you're Cerakoting, then yeah, it means you have to have all this stuff off the case. Yeah. I just got your. Oh, nice! You get the sticker. Good stuff. I hope you like it, protein shakes. Contact AIO3. He will give you more. I don't think AIO3 himself ships them out, but I'm sure there is a way to get extra gaskets. Ah, I see. AIO3 is always busy. He's a very busy man. Mr. AIO3. Very diligent. Always working. Alright, so the gaskets are already on, so it should be an easy thing to do here. Make sure that all the sides are within the gasketing area, so that that way you're not missing anything. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, cool. And now let's put the case foam in. Let's go this way. I saw someone who installed them on the plate rip one off. I heard that I had someone PM me about this actually. They were saying that they were looking for more gaskets because they wanted to put them on the case, but they had put them on the plate instead, and they were taking them off, and one of them ripped off. All my keyboards are black. I don't think I could do that. I mean, black is nice, but I kind of want a variety in colors. I mean, black goes with a lot of things, but I do think that gray or silver go better. I don't think taking them off the plate once they're on is a good idea. Yeah, it seems like it's not. Seems like it's not. Oh yes, so we should think about what keyset we want to put on. I made a short list of it because I knew this was an E-white case. So let's see. Let's see. I made a straw poll and I had a list. Okay, I think this is all the key sets. Let's double check. I have Hydro, Minimal, or no, Stormtrooper, Minimal as well actually, Blue and White, Hyperfuse, Camping, Space Cadet Shoko, Mizu, Violet on Cream, Kuroshiro, Simple Ja, and GMK Triumph, Adler Royal Alpha, all light gray. Allow multiple pull inserts and make the pull. Alright. Violet on Cream. Y'all can vote. Vote now. Y'all can vote yourselves. Gawky PVT black and white right now. Every cap that's over 2U and size came warped. Oh well. Oh buddy. Alright, so let's see the results. Oh, GMK Shoko with 3 votes. Not too many votes here, but if y'all could vote, you should vote. Vote, 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 vote. Oops. Shoko it is then. Alright, Shoko it is. Shoko it is. Shoko. Alright. Shoko it is. I think so. Shoko is it's a very pretty set. I met Shoko at the light millimeter. I believe his name is not Shoko, but yes, I know what you mean. Green case, purple keycaps would look good on green. Believe it or not, sounds like somebody here is an Eva fan. R2 for Shoko didn't happen because because Kono rushed the process, and basically there were discrepancies with what the designer wanted, so they pretty much backed out, and you have to replan that. Did I come in just in time for the sound test? Yeah, probably. Just Kono things. I know. Just Kono things. Nice cut. Thank you. Thank you. I avoided R2 Olivia because I was going to get an R2 of Shoko, then I didn't get either. Oh no. Oh, that's a bummer actually. Okay. Big mistake, you want the regular? I feel like you would be able to trade dark for regular, by the way, because dark was, I think people purchased the dark one less, so I feel like you are very likely able to find at least one person who would prefer the dark set over the regular set. Just do one-to-one trade, you know? Like don't complicate your life, don't have people add, just say one-to-one trade. My Olivia dark set for the regular one. Some people like to calculate differentials and it's such a drag. Did Mike buy like 1,000 extras of that? He bought novel keys? Yeah, I'm sure novel keys is gonna have a ton of extras for sure. So you should, I mean, you could always get the regular one in addition to the one you are getting already, but I mean, you won't have issues, I think, even just trading normally. The next few days on Novel Keys will be fun. Oh yeah, Novel Keys is also having their NK65s very soon, as well as their OSA PBT sets, Cherry sets and PBT sets, I think, something like that. They send it out on the newsletter, but yeah, I can read the description in just a second. You already own a NK65 suckers, but the new one is so nice too. The polycarb one is really nice. The purple polycarb one looks really good. All right. Alright. There it is, my friends. Shall we turn off the fan here? Okay, alright. Purple poly is not. Yeah, I agree. Purple poly looks so good. I'm actually really tempted to get one, but I think I should save money. Christine07, 616 G8 threads for Shoko R2 said early July for R2. That's not the case anymore? Really? Are you sure? Damn, that sucks. That sucks. Alright, so there it is, friends. Let's type on it. Let us type on this. Monkey type, where are you? Thought I already, okay, here it is. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, it's a little off. Let me move it. Come on. Alright, cool. Alright, so maybe I'll lower the mic a little so you guys can hear it a little better. I think that should be good. Okay. Alright. Y'all ready? Drink some water. It's a little dark, actually. Don't you guys think? There we go. That's much better. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. 3, 2, 1. What program is this? Called monkey-type, monkeytype.com. So here are the mods. Alright, that's what it sounds like. Hello, OZ72. Looks like monkey tank with Dracula theme. That's exactly right. This is full polycarbonate. This is full polycarbonate. I can do a second time for the test. Like, let's, so you guys can listen to it again. Read it. Ooh. You got filmed H1 on your palm plate right now on my Polaris and you'll love it. Black inks on your PC full plate config. Sounds real nice, especially the alphas. Yeah, the alphas sound really nice on this. I do agree with that. I like the home mode too, though. Kind of wish the foam went everywhere on the top side. What keycap set is this? This is GMK Shoko. This is GMK Shoko. So this is what the board looks like. Black weight. It looks so good on the E-White. It's missing its bonbons for some reason. But it's alright. Alright, I'm gonna add this to the YouTube screenshot, so I'm just gonna hide chat for a second. Alright, say hi to the camera. Done. Alright. Anyway, so yeah. The side profile of the Polaris is also really nice. It's just simple. I really like how the weight shows. Like this part here shows on the back side. Like, you know, it's just like sitting like, I mean, you can imagine it's like sitting like this on your desk, and you know, I do like that the accent shows like this. The recess port. Yeah, and overall the Polaris is super nicely designed. The finish on this is really good. Like the E-White is just like super smooth. I don't see any blotching. I'm actually looking closely now. So I remember before, like Nathan and other people have said like they would see like blotching or like little like dots and stuff, but I don't see it on this at all. Actually, I don't see it anywhere. It's just dust. Yeah, that's just dust. So yeah. Yeah, GMK Shoko guys, and Polaris with creams and a full polycarb plate. Oopsie. What happened? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna see if anybody is streaming. Let's see. Polaris hasn't even fully shipped yet? Yeah, I think not. I think it hasn't fully shipped yet. Let's see. Pudsey is streaming. Max F is streaming. Keone is streaming. Who do you guys want to raid? Pudsey, Max. Who do you guys want to watch? Pudsey, Max F, or Keone? Vega is going to be tough. Everyone wants it. Pudsey and Keone are great. Max F is streaming a Jane build. You guys want to watch a Jane build with Max F? Or do you want to watch Pudsey? What is Pudsey doing even? He's probably just talking about interest checks, knowing him. Knowing him, he's probably just talking about interest checks. And, old GMK sets, that's what he said. Keyset history. That sounds like Pudsey. That sounds like him. so we can recap what we did today. We had that. We had GMK 909. We had amazing Artisans. We had amazing Artisans today. Cha-chong. We had little tools from Heiny Bush. Sponsored tools from Heiny Bush. And what else? We had this too. And we had our Keycult brass card. So that was today. Heiny seems liking sending tools. He actually spawned. Yeah, so yeah, Dennis Brocha, like that's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. Like I thought he was just kidding. And he PM'd me. He PM'd me that night and he was like, "Hey, like what's your address?" And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean?" And yeah, so he sent me these knee pecs. What's that? Clippers, as well as needle nose pliers, and I have a set of Weha screwdrivers as well, which I can use at work as well too. So that's great. Pretty happy. I'm very thankful for Mr. Heiny Bush. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen this, it's the Keycult card. Whoop. You can find more about the cipher on the Keycult Discord. And Artisans. I think I showed some of these. There's a Art Key Exmore. It's a commission sculpt. And it's like kind of like a space suit visor sort of thing. Pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, so it seems like you guys want to go in raid Pudsey. So we're gonna raid Pudsey. Let's go raid Pudsey then. All right. Well, thank you everyone for stopping by. Let's say something to him. What should we say? What should we tell him? Let's say. Tell us about the worst keyset scam. Tell us a story. Tell us a story about the worst keyset scam. He probably, I think I know what he'll talk about, but it'll be fun. So let's go raid him. Thank you everyone for stopping by. It was a fun time, and yeah, I'll see you sometime soon. Actually, I just need to get some parts. I already have switches ready for a different build. Just waiting for some parts, and yeah. If anything, you can always follow my channel for notifications. You can go to my Discord. For pings, and I also I'm on Instagram and YouTube, so yeah, check it out. All right, thank you guys, and let's go. All right, y'all ready? Let's go.